Yeah, so hello everyone. So today we are discussing the different degrees of elasticity along with their examples.
Yeah.
And for conveniency, I will consider the demand elasticity, the price demand elasticity of price. So
Okay.
there are total 5 degrees of elasticity, namely unitary demand elasticity, uh, unit unitary elastic demand, inelastic demand, perfectly elastic, and perfectly inelastic. So
Yeah.
let me talk about the first one, unitary elastic demand. Here the elasticity is one. So in this case, the percentage change in quantity is equal to percentage change in price. So the price and quantity changes inversely but in same proportion. So examples of unitary elastic goods are household items and some specific vegetables. For example,
Mm.
if the price of certain vegetable increases, few consumers will reduce the consumption. So that's your unitary elastic demand. Then next is the elastic demand. So here the elasticity is greater than one. When demand is elastic, consumers are responsive to price changes. Means even a slight change in price will lead to a significant change in quantity demanded. The
Yeah.
examples are high-end fashion products, expensive electronics, and all the luxury goods are example of elastic goods. Then the third is inelastic goods. So here the elasticity is less than one. Um, Here the change in price does not affect the change in quantity significantly. So the elasticity is always between 0 and 1. So the
Mm.
examples are some prescription medicines and all the regular basic groceries which we use. These are called necessary goods. All the necessary goods have elasticity less than 1, and they are called inelastic goods. Then then there is perfectly elastic goods. So in the case of perfectly elastic demand, the demand curve is horizontal, and consumers are extremely sensitive to the price changes. Any increase or decrease in price will result in drop of quantity to zero. So at a specific price, the quantity will be available. So they are called perfectly elastic goods. And the last is perfectly inelastic goods. So here the demand curve is vertical. The in perfectly inelastic goods, price will be available at a certain no like quantity will not change irrespective of prices. No matter whatever the price is, there will be a constant quantity. And all the commodity goods are example of perfectly inelastic goods,
Yeah.
right?
So, well,
So
you have explained all the uh, like sub parts of this supply and demand very well. Good. Now, further, I want to discuss, as you have already explained so much with some products, but I will talk about some specific products.
yeah,
Like everybody knows that elasticity of demand and supply, it really plays a crucial role in the determination of equilibrium price in the market. So, I would also talk about some of the specific products. First, that is perfectly inelastic demand. Here, I would talk about life saving medication that is very very crucial for critical illness. Okay, and
mhm,
in this game the demand for these medications tend to be insensitive to price change because they know that whatever the situation is they will people need to buy it. So the demand for these medications tend to be insensitive to price changes, and this meaning that even if the price increases, people will still buy them as they
yep,
are the essential for survival. So in this
mhm,
case, the equilibrium price is primarily determined by the suppliers. There is not a second choice, second option. They are the only wholly solely setters for the they are wholly solely are they can determine what is the price. So
yes,
next I would talk about inelastic supply. Here, I will talk about some rare natural resources such as diamonds or certain minerals. Despite a high demand, the supply remains relatively fixed. due to limited availability. So this leads to a situation where even a slight increase in demand can cause a significant spike in price, and this
Yes.
can be leaving the equilibrium price largely determined by demand. So by understanding this, whatever I'm explaining here, these illustrations, these can they have the impact of elasticity on the equilibrium price in various markets, demonstrating that how price adjustments are influenced by the sensitivity of demand. Now I would talk about price elasticity of supply for seasonal products. Here, I would like to consider fresh produce like strawberries or watermelons. When these items are out of season, the supply is limited and
Yes.
there is a steep increase in price. But on
Mm.
the other hand, we see during the peak season, what happens? The supply increases and causing prices to drop due to the more elastic supply. So, in simple words, what we can say that when there is a lot of supply, in the peak season, and the supply increases, but when there is no season, the supply it decreases. It all depends upon the availability
Seasons.
seasons. Yes. And next I would talk about price elasticity of demand for entertainment services.
Mm-hmm.
Here, I would like to talk about movie tickets or concert admissions because they often demonstrate elastic demand. Because if the prices are raised significantly, then obviously consumers they may opt for alternative forms of entertainment, and this can be causing a noticeable decline in demand. So, as a result, what they have to do? Maintaining a balanced price is crucial for sustaining demand in the entertainment industry. So these are the things which we need to understand in our daily life also, that how the demand and supply works. And understanding these diverse examples of elasticity, I hope this helps like a comprehensive perspective on how changes in factors such as price, income or availability can impact demand and supply dynamics, and ultimately influencing the equilibrium price in the market. So hopefully you all have understood it and now
Yes.
some rest of the things, and maybe with new products Simar would discuss further.
Okay, I will discuss firstly importance of elasticity. Elasticity, which shows how much of goods and services which are using customers as a price change is a key economic indicator that, for example, in form that provide goods and services to consumer. Here there are two examples of impact of different degrees of elasticity in demand and supply. Firstly, I will discuss in the supply using the Canadian economy as an example. The price of elasticity for Canadian lumbers and longs in China is elasticity. In contrast, in Japan and price elasticity of demand for Canadian lumber is inelastic. But like China, demand for Canadian log imports is elastic. Expenditures elasticities suggest that Canadians' wood products are expected to be favored relative to other countries. There is another example for that, like prescription drugs in Canada. In Canada, the demand for certain prescription drugs can be elastic. When the prices of essential medications rise, consumers may reduce their purchase because they have alternative treatments or can find substitutes. As a result, policymakers may need to consider the affordability of prescription drugs for the general population and provide subsidies or price control to ensure access. I think there is a two examples which impact of different degrees of elasticity, which I discuss here.
Okay, that's all.
Yeah,
Yeah, you came with the new examples.
yeah,
It's good.
because I discuss only examples of different impact of degrees.
Yeah. I hope ma'am would like our discussion, and yes, Siddharth, you want to add something? We are not able to listen to you. Your voice is not audible.
Yeah, yeah, sorry, I was on mute. Yeah, so even There are other factors apart from supply and demand which affect the elasticity, as Shweta mentioned that the uh, seasons also affect the
I think
supply.
Siddharth's
So,
voice is very slowly.
Yeah,
are you still not able to hear me?
you are not able to hear us.
Yeah.
I am able to hear you, but are you guys able
Okay.
to hear me?
But there is not a proper voice coming now. There is like it seems like it's a husky voice, not
Is
a
it
clear voice.
breaking? Is it clear now?
No, same. Okay, you carry on.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I can
Yes, so I
understand
was
little
just
bit.
saying, like, so apart from demand and supply, so there are other factors such as income and other alternatives which also affect the elasticity of goods.
Yeah.
As Shweta mentioned, there is a seasonal effect on supply and demand.
Yes. So I think that's all for today.
Yeah,
We
I
will
think
meet
so.
next week with another discussion form with another topic.
Sure.
Okay, now
Okay, guys. See you next week.
yes. Bye for
Okay.
now.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.